That's enough. Leo's had enough. I can keep going. Welcome to another edition of Luke's World with moi, Jerry Luke. Normally you can hear me on WHCR FM in New York, 90.3, the voice of Harlem, every Friday between the hours of 2 and 3:30. The number to call is 212-650-6903. That's 212-650-6903. Today we come to you through the auspices of LSMFT Productions, Leo Farley, our director, and as always we come to you from the Symczak studio here in New York City. Okay, Massapequa Park. I've heard that for so many years at Penn Station, and I was always intrigued. What could be? Why is there Massapequa and a Massapequa Park? Well, I think I have mentioned this before. If not, I'm a model train buff, and there was an exhibition of model trains. I think the NMRA had an exhibit, and it was at St. Michael's Lutheran Church in Massapequa Park. I did all the research. I looked at the map that the club had. It kind of made sense, but I figured it out after Googling whatever I had to Google, and I made it out to Massapequa Park. And on the way, I saw this really nice park, and I said, you know, this has got to be Massapequa Park, but I wasn't sure. Got off the train, figured out the way to the church, got to the exhibit. It was my birthday, by the way, so happy birthday to me. So I'm there, and I go downstairs, and I pay my entrance fee, and I'm like, I'm really a bit disappointed because it's the NMRA is a national railroading society. I think devoted to all aspects of railroading, but in this particular case, it's how to build your dioramas at home, and the clinic that I saw that I actually enjoyed was how to this is watching paint grow, right? This is what is how to age your car, okay? And it was kind of neat. You spray it with something, you dust it with something, and the person who presented it was I wish I remembered his name, was very personable, and it was very intriguing to watch. But lunch was coming, and there was really, it's like 3 tables. Usually at these events there's 50, 60 tables. There was 3 tables, and a lot of old guys sitting around and enjoying conversation, which is, you know, why not? You know, that's part of the deal. So I decided to, instead of having lunch, I decided to go outside and see if I could find Massapequa Park, and I did. And it is gorgeous. In the middle of nowhere, there's this huge pond surrounded by the forest primeval. And I walked around it a couple of times, took pictures. There are little duckies in there. There's a place for barbecues. The Long Island Railroad comes shooting by at a certain point. And you could actually walk, if you were intrepid, which is what I did. I walked between Massapequa Park Station and the Massapequa Station through the park, and it was a delight. And then I took the 420 back, which happened to be an express, which was even more of a delight. So I was pretty happy with that, and I had a thought, and it's going out of my head. Oh yes, the whole point of these exhibits is to get people there, and the other point is public transportation. You are extolling the virtues of public transportation. 90% of these exhibits don't have any way to get there by public transportation. The thing that got me here was the fact that all I had to do was get on the Long Island Railroad, buy a round-trip ticket to Massapequa. It took maybe 15 minutes to find the church, and there I was. It was a beautiful thing. Interestingly enough, as a corollary, I belong to AMC, and 90% of the hikes that I get, no public transportation. If you are extolling the virtues of nature, why would you make people drive to your venues and, you know, create more pollution by driving to the venue? Makes no sense. Anyway, I'm going to go to more of these, and it was a lot of fun. The church was easily accessible. lent itself. There's a really beautiful basement that lends itself to these exhibitions. So I guess I'm going to plug the church. So if you want to exhibit something, that's family-oriented and a good place, St. Michael's Church is a nice place to do it. Anyway, so much for that. And it was a fun day. Let's see, where do we want to go? Let's go to the Donald. God bless the Donald. I never thought I'd be saying that. Why am I saying that? All of a sudden, out of this person's mouth comes the fact that George Bush it was his turn to be watching the country while 9/11 happened. Okay, and it happened on his watch. It wouldn't happen on the Donald's watch, which is a lot of hooey because World War II happened on FDR's watch, and we survived it, and we survived 9/11. So it's not the fact that it's the watch, it's the fact that who caused this. We don't know who caused this. We're believing the party line that these clowns from the desert came into the United States, and they somehow maneuvered planes that would take pilots years and years to do these fancy maneuvers to hit the World Trade Center. So now because the Donald is a putz, we might actually find out who and why the World Trade Center came down, and I think we're going to be really surprised when we find that out. And and the thing that really is intriguing about the Donald is he doesn't stick to a script, so whatever comes to his brain comes out of his mouth. And like Jeb Bush is now caught in it because Jeb Bush is sitting there and he has to support old George, and the country hates George. So Jeb Bush is going down, which is delightful as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, so enough of that. How much time do we have? An hour? 2 hours? We can keep going. As you know, I'm a Met fan. The Mets are now going to play. This is Tuesday. The Mets are going to be playing in Chicago. I just hope we win 2 more. I don't care if we lose 1 or 2 out there. I don't care if we win over here, as long as we win, and I would be very happy. Murphy's doing very well. We're sorry that Tejada is hurt. Cespedes is cold right now. The pitching is unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. Harvey, DeGrom, Syndergaard, Matz is going to pitch. I don't know why. I'd rather see Colon. Give Colon a start, will you please? Give Colon a start. He's been with the Mets for a couple of years. He was with the Mets when he should have been a 20-game winner. They couldn't get him a run. Okay. That's not what I want to talk about. Leo's looking at his watch. Is it still Tuesday? Why wasn't Citi Field domed? Why wasn't the Meadowlands domed? It is freezing out there. We are in October. Okay, so you stretch the season out so more teams can get in. There are more wild cards. More people get to see their teams over a longer period of time. Why not make it comfortable for those people who are your fans to sit in a place where it's comfortable? And number 2, why are you freezing your ball players? They're wearing these, they're wearing these outfits that you wear skiing. It doesn't make any sense. This is baseball. You know, in their teams, I think Houston has a dome, the Rangers have a dome, and so you dome where it's hot. Why don't you dome where it's cold? Hello, it's cold. And then you don't see baseball players rubbing their hands and trying to keep themselves warm. And how the hell you're walking around? If you're watching this and it's like 40 degrees, you're walking outside in a winter coat. These guys are in summer baseball uniforms. I don't get it. So to me, that's just greed. And you got all this bond money to build Citi Field. You didn't pay taxes on it. Build a freaking dome. Eat a couple of bucks and make the world safe for your fans and comfortable for your fans. I think we're done. That's it. Leo fell asleep. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Oh, we got to do this. Thank you again. Let's do this and no, thank you. Where are we? Let's go to something I didn't practice. Ta-da. My God, I got through it. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the radio.